The Golden Apple Award is given by UC Berkeley students to professors they feel deserve to be recognized for their outstanding commitment to students. Today, that award was presented to Professor Terry Johnson.
Part of being a teacher is to...
Professor Johnson is a lecturer in the Department of Bioengineering. He first joined the Berkeley faculty in 2001. I spoke with Professor Johnson about how he came to love teaching.
It's odd because when I was growing up, I was inspired by scientists who weren't necessarily teachers, but when I was getting into graduate school and when I was getting finished with graduate school, I started to read more about teaching because I was finding that it was really my interest. I think Dick Feynman is one of the best inspirations because he wrote something about teaching that I found very true, in that teaching was an opportunity to play with ideas that you might have thought you understood, but it gives you an opportunity to turn them over in your heads as you're attempting to figure out how to explain to people or talking to people about them. I would say my favorite part about teaching is the very first time I have to teach something I haven't taught before. Because it is exceptionally challenging. It keeps you completely on your toes, and there's always this discovery because I wouldn't get up unless I felt like I understood it, and then typically after presenting it, I find that I did not understand it nearly as well as I thought I did.
As the 6th winner of the Golden Apple Awards, Professor Johnson was asked to deliver his ideal last lecture, a lecture he would give if it were his very last one.
As your education increases, your ability will increase. If it doesn't, that might be our fault. But I strongly suspect that this is the case. But at the same time, your humility should increase. Because the more that you know, the more you will find that you don't know. The more you will find that you can never know.
One of the classes I'm teaching now is about mass transfer. So it's about how solutes diffuse and stuff like that. And you can jump into it, and there are a number of relatively simple problems that can be solved with a little bit of calculus. And you do that, and you start feeling, oh, I know what's going on. And then it rapidly just sort of enters this incredibly complicated mathematical landscape. And it's humbling when you sort of reach the point where the problems take this jump in difficulty, and you realize that to solve this problem required the cooperation of a number of people, usually on different continents, perhaps living in different centuries, just to solve a problem that looks very similar to one that you were able to solve on half a piece of paper.
When he is not teaching, he enjoys reading mystery novels.
A lot of the fun of a mystery novel is that it's a puzzle that I let someone else solve. I'm one of those some people, there are two kinds of people that read mysteries: the people who want to figure it out and the people who are just along for the ride. And I get enough mysteries in real life, so I'm usually just along for the ride.
Professor Johnson's last piece of advice to students was to listen to everyone, follow no one, look for patterns, and work like hell. For CalTV, I'm Tiffany Sue.